Good afternoon, everyone. It's off. No, I'm only kidding. Thank you very much for coming along today to this very special occasion where we are going to celebrate the conferral of an honorary degree, the Doctor of Letters, to Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. Very shortly, I'm going to ask you to stand for the entrance of the academic procession. If I could please ask you to remain in your seat at all times. You are welcome to take photographs from your seat, but if you could refrain from standing or moving into the aisles, that would be very much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed this afternoon. If you would like to share your photographs, please use the hashtag Trobe Uni, and we look forward to seeing those special memories with you this afternoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I could please ask you to stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, firstly, can you thank Shudana, the Mace Bearer today, who is the president of the Indian Students Association here at La Trobe, who has done such a brilliant job. So well done, Shudana. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of La Trobe University, I acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional custodians, the land upon which the Melbourne campus is located, and I pay my respects to elders past and present. I declare this to be a ceremony authorised by La Trobe University, at which I shall, with the authority of the Academic Board, confer an honorary degree, Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Please be seated. Please be seated. So, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So, distinguished guests, friends of La Trobe, my name is John Brumby and I have the honour of being the Chancellor of La Trobe University. It is my very great pleasure to be here today and to welcome you to what is such a special occasion. Could I begin today's ceremony by calling upon Dr. Julie Andrews to give the welcome to country.
Hello everyone. Today we meet on the ancestral lands of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people and pay our respects to their elders, past and present, and to their community and future generations to follow. We also acknowledge the following Aboriginal peoples on which La Trobe University campuses are situated upon. For our Mildura campus, the Ladji and Barkindji peoples. For our Bendigo campus, the Dja Dja Wurrung. For our Albury Wodonga campus, the Judaro and Waywuru. For our Sydney campus, the Gadigal people. For our Melbourne City campus, Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people. For our Shepparton campus, the Yorta Yorta Bangarang people. And for our Bundoora campus, Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people. Woiwurrung is the language of the Wurundjeri people. It is also my great-grandfather's language, and we say Wominjaka, which means welcome. In my grandmother's Yorta Yorta language, we say Gulpagaka, welcome to country. So I'm saying welcome to you all in both Woiwurrung and Yorta Yorta languages. Language is sacred and connected to country and lands of all Aboriginal peoples. Mother Earth is sacred to our people. Our language is connected to the water, the animals, the rocks, the trees, the sky, the stars and the people. Family is important to our people. It is essential for our culture, history, our art, our humour and to our survival. Our land and the people are sacred, and Mother Earth provides our strength from our ancestors. May we walk together on this sacred land today. Shah Rukh, it is an honour to be here for your special day at La Trobe University. Hamari Purva Jano Ki Punya Bhumi Mein Aapka Swagat Hai. Aapko Yahan Se Wahi Pak Dua Milay. Shah Rukh, King of Bollywood. You are welcome in the sacred lands of our ancestors. You will receive the same sacred blessings from here. I welcome you and wish you safe travel. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, and can I say to Julie, as Julie's been practicing the Hindi for some time today, and she did it beautifully. She did it beautifully. But can I say to so many distinguished guests who are here today, so many consular representatives, so many members of Parliament, so many leaders of the Indian community here in Melbourne, a warm welcome to you all, but a particular warm welcome, a generous welcome, a La Trobe welcome to Shah Rukh Khan, to SRK, the King, King Khan, the King of Bollywood. Now, and please be seated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, La Trobe University is a comparatively young university, having been founded just over 50 years ago. However, in that time, the university has established itself as one of the world's leading universities, combining excellence in teaching and research with a commitment to provide opportunities for students from all socio-economic backgrounds. We're ranked in the top 400, the top 1.2% of universities in the world, according to the major international university rankings, and we are very proud also of our strong presence in regional Victoria. We're also very proud to welcome students from all over the world to study at La Trobe, and we do that every year. Ours is a diverse, it's a vibrant community, and we have 7,000 international students from 110 countries who study with us each year. There are 200,000 La Trobe alumni who are living in more than 100 countries around the world. No region is more important to La Trobe than the Indian subcontinent. More than 3,000 international students from the Indian subcontinent currently study with us at our campuses across Victoria and in Sydney. And many of our alumni from India are part of the La Trobe community. And in fact, almost 7,000 of our graduates were born in India. India has always held a very special place in the hearts and the minds of the La Trobe University community, and I just want to give you a few examples of this. La Trobe's collection of rare books from India contain more than 38,000 items. It's one of the largest collections anywhere in Australia. We're very proud of it. And in fact, in 1968, the former Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, visited our campus to open the library that houses what is an extraordinary exhibition. And so La Trobe is also one of just 2 Australian universities to have been visited by a sitting Indian Prime Minister, which of course is a great source of pride to us. We've also hosted visiting guests, including Kapil Dev, who spoke to a sold-out lecture theatre in 2010. In 2016, the wonderful actress Vijaya Balan launched the Educators program here. And last year, famous Indian film director Rajkumar Hirani and writer Abhijit Yoshi came to this campus. La Trobe also has a very close and a long-standing connection with India's film industry. And we've been sponsoring the Indian Film Festival in Melbourne since it began a decade ago. We welcome esteemed actor and producer Amitabh Bachchan to the campus in 2014, and he was awarded an important scholarship, but not a Doctor of Letters, as the King is being awarded today. Now, we're also, as you probably guessed from Julie before, one of only 2 Australian universities that teaches Hindi. And we were one of the founding members of the Australian India Institute. La Trobe University also has a long-standing relationship in India with Lady Shri Ram College, and we are incredibly proud that our partnership has been now running for more than 22 years. In recent years, we've developed teaching and research partnerships with many universities, including JSS University in Mysore, the All India Institute for Medical Science, Chandigarh University, lovely professional university, the Indian Institute of Technology in Kanpur, and the Maharashtra Institute of Technology, the World Peace University. It's an impressive set of partnerships. Our Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor John Dewar, who was at the Film Festival last night, and other senior academic staff from La Trobe regularly visit India. Last year, Professor Dewar visited Amity University to officially open the La Trobe University and Amity Joint Centre of Excellence at Amity's campus in India, which is working on collaborative research programs and joint degrees. Professor Dewar is returning to India in a few weeks' time to officially launch the Asian Smart City Research and Innovation Network in New Delhi in association with 2 of India's premier research institutions, the Indian Institute of Technology Kanpur and the Birla Institute of Technology and Science. Professor Dewar will also be announcing the establishment of the La Trobe and Indian Institute of Technology Research Academy, which will offer joint PhD programs jointly funded by La Trobe and the Institute, and will offer up to 40 PhD scholarships. These scholarships will be open to students in India who can apply to undertake them at the India Institute of Technology, Kanpur. While Professor Dewar is unable to be here today because of a very long-standing commitment in Perth on the other side of Australia, he was thrilled, as I've said, to present the award at the Indian Film Festival at Melbourne last night and join Mr. Khan and other guests at the Festival Awards evening before flying interstate this morning. I think, as you can see, you can hear from my remarks, La Trobe and India have a very special, indeed a unique relationship. The Indian subcontinent has always been a very special part of La Trobe's DNA, and this greatly enriches our community, and it makes La Trobe stand out compared to other universities around Australia. Most importantly, our research and teaching partnerships in India continue to develop and to flourish. while we continue to welcome many students from the Indian subcontinent to our campus every year. So the connection between La Trobe and India is very special, and we cherish our relationship very much indeed. Now, on that note, there's a couple more speeches yet. No, they're very short. Apart from Shah Rukh's, of course. Now, on that, we do have a process here. It is a university, we do have a process. On that note, it's my very great pleasure, but I'm not going to do this right now, to present an honorary degree to our special guest this afternoon, Shah Rukh Khan. For an award of the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Now, the way we do this, in a few minutes I will present the award, but before that, can I call upon Professor Susan Dodds, who is our Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research and Industry Engagement and Acting VC here today at this ceremony, to deliver the citation. Professor Dodds.
Shah Rukh Khan is an Indian actor, film producer, philanthropist, and champion of women's equality whose philanthropic leadership is aligned with La Trobe University's values of inclusiveness, equity, and social justice. Growing up in Delhi, India, Mr. Khan was a brilliant student and standout sportsman, earning the school's highest sporting accolade, the Sword of Honour. He simultaneously captained the football and hockey and cricket teams, intending to pursue a career in sport until an injury ended this aspiration. A passionate activist, Mr. Khan has used his considerable profile to champion societal change through various governmental campaigns, including Pulse Polio and the National AIDS Control Organization. He's on the board of directors of India's Make-A-Wish Foundation, and in 2011 was appointed by the United Nations Office for Project Services as the first global ambassador of the Water Supply and Sanitation Collaborative Council. He has recorded a series of public service announcements championing good health and proper nutrition, and joined India's Health Ministry and UNICEF in a nationwide child immunization campaign. In 2011, he received UNESCO's Pyramid Kamani Award for his charitable commitment to provide education for children, becoming the first Indian to win the accolade. In 2014, Mr. Khan became the ambassador for Interpol's campaign, Turn Back Crime. Mr. Khan is dedicated to supporting women who face inequality and persecution in India. The Mira Foundation, which he founded in 2013, aims to build a world that empowers women and has provided particularly strong leadership in supporting victims of acid attacks against women. The women who survive these attacks often struggle to access appropriate treatment and rehabilitation. The foundation provides medical treatment, legal aid, vocational training, rehabilitation, and livelihood support. This year, the Mira Foundation launched its Together Transformed campaign, sponsoring corrective surgeries for 50 burns and acid attack survivors. The foundation has also sponsored treatment and surgeries for women and children at hospitals across the country, donated wheelchairs to India's Asia Para Games contingent in 2018, and donated funds to victims of the devastating 2018 Kerala floods. The foundation has helped organize a multitude of health camps, movie screenings, and events for disadvantaged women and children. In 2018, Mr. Khan was honored by the World Economic Forum with the Crystal Award for his leadership in championing children and women's rights in India. Mr. Khan quickly established himself as a charismatic performer from his first roles, appearing in numerous television dramas at the start of his career. His film debut came in the form of Deewana in 1992, where he acted alongside top Bollywood actress Divya Bharti and won the prestigious Filmfare Award for Best Debut Actor Male. Between 1993 and 2017, Mr. Khan appeared in more than 30 feature films, 8 documentaries, 9 television series, and hosted close to 20 awards ceremonies and won 15 Filmfare Awards for his contributions to the film. The Indian government honoured him with the Padma Shri, and the government of France awarded him both the Ordre des Arts et des Lettres and the Légion d'honneur. The awarding of an honorary degree to Mr. Khan is a fitting tribute to the life and work of a man who's made such significant contributions through his long and distinguished film career and his dedication to championing women's equality. He has demonstrated visionary leadership throughout his charismatic performances and using his public profile to advocate for societal change. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding achievements within the entertainment industry, his ongoing champion of women's rights, and his advocacy for social justice, I present to you for the award of the degree, Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, Shah Rukh Khan.
So, with the authority invested in me, I hereby present the degree, Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, to Shah Rukh Khan.
Many of you will know that Mr. Khan is also a guest of honour at the Indian Film Festival for Melbourne, which opens tonight. Within 10 years, it has become the largest festival of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere, celebrating the best of Indian cinema in all its forms. The festival is developed as a cultural bridge between our various cultures and communities of Melbourne through films, music, and dance. The Trobe University has supported the Indian Film Festival of Melbourne since its inception in 2011 as official learning partner. This sponsorship delivers on outstanding student experience through exclusive internships offered to La Trobe University, providing our students second-to-none industry experience. It therefore gives me great pleasure to invite Mitu Bhowmik to give a short address.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. We are so privileged to have a partner like La Trobe University as the festival's education partner, who shares our values of diversity and inclusion, and that is why it has been such a successful journey. I cannot thank you enough, La Trobe University, for making this such a special moment, not just for the festival and for Mr. Khan, but I think for all the community here and all the 2 billion fans of Shah Rukh Khan. Can we have a big round of applause for that? It has been a dream come true to have Shah Rukh Khan come to our festival this year. I've been trying for 10 years. So to all the students, that anything is possible. So please keep trying. And on that note, I would like to also I'd also like to thank the lovely Julian, who works so wonderfully together with all my crazy ideas and always so patient. Mark, with his support. Of course, Pio and Victoria for putting this wonderful event together. Thank you so much from Melbourne, from the Indian Film Festival of Melbourne, and from all of us to make this such a wonderful afternoon and such a special moment for all of us. Thank you so much.
to the speech. Now, I am delighted to say that I was the Premier at the time in 2010 when we did the first year of the Indian Film Festival here in Melbourne. And so it's of special significance for me to be here today with one of Bollywood's most esteemed and recognised actors. And me too, I'm so glad that you could join us also today to help celebrate his achievements in this way. So thank you for that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard from the citation read by Professor Susan Dodds, Shah Rukh Khan is, in every sense, a truly remarkable individual and a worthy recipient of this prestigious award for many things, but particularly for his personal commitment to supporting the empowerment of women. In further recognition of your inspiring humanitarian work, I'm pleased to formally announce today, on behalf of La Trobe University, the Shah Rukh Khan La Trobe University PhD Scholarship. This is to inspire future generations of female Indian students to follow in your footsteps to help solve the growing challenges of our time. And they'll do this through either research in either health or engineering, information technology, cybersecurity or sport. Now, applications close today. This is a generous scholarship. It's $200,000 Australian over 4 years. And applications remain open until the end of September. It is, I think, a life-changing opportunity for a student, an aspiring female researcher from India, to make a meaningful impact in the world. Now, we are at that moment. Would you please welcome Shah Rukh Khan to give the occasional address and his ambitions for the scholarship recipient.
First of all, a big thank you to everybody. I've been told on this occasion, whenever my name is called out, I have to doff my hat. So it's as kind and wonderful as it is for you to be calling out my name, but I can't be standing here doing this the whole day, right? So, thank you very much. First of all, thank you to everybody present here, the Chancellor, Mr. John Brumby, Professor Susan, all the other faculty members, the parliamentarians, distinguished parliamentarians, Meethu, Caroline Pitcher, all the students here, for giving me this opportunity to be here this afternoon. And I'm extremely, extremely grateful for having me over here, and very touched by the big python, which was, that's my first time where I've ever touched a snake. So thank you. That's a first time, lifetime experience. And it can only happen in La Trobe University. So thank you. So it is indeed a privilege for me to receive this honorary doctorate today. I feel a little like a cheat though, because our work at Me Foundation isn't intended to be rewarded except by the meaning that it brings to all our lives. When I first decided to start a foundation that worked towards the rehabilitation of acid attack victims, it was an idea that came to me directly from my everyday experience. I work with women for whom beauty is a professional demand. I see how the demand impacts their lives, even when they are physically the most beautiful women in the country, or perhaps even in the world. I experienced firsthand the superficiality of social values that place a woman's appearance before her inner worth. I wanted to subvert that idea, to create a space in which a woman can be freed of these archaic notions and the true source of her beauty could be celebrated. As I was thinking of a way to create this space, I happened to meet a couple of ladies who I'll just mention the names. One lady was Reshma, a young lady who just somehow did not agree to a proposal of a man for wedding, and he took her back, took his back on her by throwing acid on her face. She must have been 19, 20 at that time. There's another lady I met, her name is Mamta, who was married to a man who turned out to be extremely abusive physically and mentally. She even tried not to carry his child, just in case it becomes an issue for the baby too, but he forced her to have the child, and then threw acid on her face. Both these women, when I speak to them, when I spoke to them, when I met them, one of them said to me that I would never let this man win, because I have decided not to lose, and as long as I have decided not to lose, this man cannot have victory over my life. The other lady still believes in the beauty of love, so I will excuse myself and say one of the poems she recites and keeps sending them to me. Her name is Mamta, and the poem is प्यार करने वाले मिलते हैं, आँखों से करते हैं बात, प्यार करने वाले आँखों से करते हैं बात, ख्वाबों में मिलकर करते हैं मुलाकात, वैसे तो आसमां भी रोता है ज़मीं के लिए, हम लोग उसको समझते हैं बरसात. So this is which roughly translated means just keep on making love, and it's a good thing to do that. So here were women who had been it's that time of equality and a lot of courage for me to do this, yeah. So these were women who had been brutally attacked for no explicable reason. Their physical features were damaged almost beyond repair, but their inner resources of courage, strength, and resilience were stronger than any of the most accomplished women or men that I had ever met. It was that day that I knew the work of the Mir Foundation would truly be worthwhile if it could enable and empower the lives of women like these and help turn their bravery into a resource for other women who battle the kind of suffering that they had. I'm proud to say that we have shared in the valiant journeys of young women. We have learned life's deepest lessons from them, and our admiration for them grows every moment. This award is not an award for anything that our foundation might have done or achieved. It is an award for the courage of every woman who faces the brutality of injustice, inequality, and inhumanity. I'm deeply grateful to the university, the La Trobe University. Do I pronounce it right? La Trobe. La Trobe, okay. I'm deeply grateful to La Trobe University for its graciousness in offering scholarships for the education of young girls from my country. We live in a world that is increasingly plagued by the sharing of negative sentiments and a narrowing of humanity. More often than not, societies are tending to reward anger and hatred rather than nurture compassion and love. To have flown across oceans to another continent and been received in the name of compassion and sharing is a testament to the fact that despite all the ugliness that we see in the world today, there persists in the fabric of humanity a deep conviction of love and cooperation. It is in this conviction that our world will sustain its beauty and our lives will break false barriers and touch one another with truth. I'm extremely, extremely touched and grateful by your graciousness and your kindness to women students, to all the students who are present here. And I doff my hat a million times for all of you who are calling me SRK, SRK, and Shah Rukh. Thank you very much for having me over here. Thank you all for taking out time for me. May Allah bless you and give you happiness and health always. And thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shah Rukh. Thank you. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, can I, to all of you in here and to those outside, the many thousands outside, Shah Rukh, of course, as he said, has been to Melbourne before in 2007, and so I was talking to him before. I said Melbourne's renowned, you know, one of the great livable cities in the world, and they say of Melbourne it's 4 seasons in one day, but today is just 1 season in one day. And it's pretty cold outside and it's pretty wet, and I think it'll probably be snowing pretty soon. But so to those outside, I was here on Monday for a council meeting, and I said to the Vice-Chancellor, John Dewar, he said there were 5,000, 7,000 people registered to attend. And I said, yes. I said, where are the marquees? I said, it's going to be pretty cold on Friday. And it is a cold day, and we've had an extraordinary turn-up. As Shah Rukh said, he had a wonderful welcome when he first arrived. Koala bear, kangaroo, python, friendly python, a kookaburra, which was pretty special. And then, of course, we gave him a kookaburra cricket bat, because you can't come out here from India and not get a cricket bat. And signed, of course, on behalf of La Trobe University. It's been a very special day, for all of us, because it's not often here. If you think about this, here we are down in Melbourne, we're a long way from India, and we've heard today not just from one of the great leaders in the Indian subcontinent, but in my view, one of the great leaders in the world. And I say that because Shah Rukh is so clearly a leader in his own industry. But as we've heard in his speech today and in the citation, Shah Rukh is more than a world's leading actor. His values, his commitment to changing the world, to making the world better, to spending his time, his effort, often his money, to assisting great causes and tackling injustice, puts him in that echelon of great leaders. And we admire you for that, and you are an inspiration, I think, to all of us here today, but to so many across your own country, but to so many in a much broader domain who see your work and who admire your values. So we thank you so much for that. Can I, on behalf of everybody here today, can I thank the La Trobe University team who, normally when we have a graduation here, we don't normally get so many people turn up to listen to me. It's been a big logistics effort, and so to all the La Trobe team, Victoria, there's dozens of them, dozens and dozens that have worked on it. Can I say to them, they've done a fantastic job, and well done. Thank you. And just, if I can, to conclude, La Trobe University, really to build on Shah Rukh's remarks, we are a university that is unashamedly built on good values, values that make tackling inequality and inequity part of our DNA. We were recently ranked 9th in Australia, top 10, by the federal government's Excellence in Research for Australia assessments. For the number of fields in research that we are rated at world standard or above, and we're one of only 12 universities whose research was rated at world standard or above in every field of research in which it was assessed. And this balance of world-class excellence and strong local focus make La Trobe an excellent university, I think in a very different way from others. So with those remarks, can I thank Shah Rukh Khan again for being with us today, for his wonderful speech, his insightful speech. I have now concluded today's ceremony. My notes say it's time to celebrate, but please not too much dancing. Everybody, will you please stand as the academic procession leaves the stage.